Imagine waking up every day as if opening a book. But not just any book. A book that you write yourself every instant with every thought, every choice of words you use to describe your own story. Now think carefully. What kind of book have you been writing? A tragedy full of frustrations and disappointments? Or a romance full of hope and transformation? This is the difference between living on autopilot and taking control of your life's narrative. Psychology teaches us that your mind is like an obsessed investigator, always looking for proof to support what you believe. If you tell yourself that everything in your life goes wrong, your brain will work hard to prove you're right. Every small mistake, every rejection or obstacle becomes evidence that strengthens that belief. Ironically, this makes things even worse. It's like you're programming yourself to find only the negative side. But what if I told you there's a twist in all this? What if you could use this same mental ability, this obsession with proofs, to create a completely different story? It sounds simple, doesn't it? And in fact, it is. If you start asking yourself, what's going right in my life? Or how can things improve today? Your brain will immediately change focus. It will search for different answers. It will highlight every small victory, every progress, every opportunity that appears, and that's where the magic happens. This process has a name in psychology: confirmation bias. It's basically the mechanism that makes your brain seek and highlight what confirms your beliefs. This means your mind is not just a mirror of reality, but a filter that transforms what you experience based on the story you choose to tell. So, if you think the world is against you, your mind will prove you're right. But if you decide to believe the world is on your side, the same mechanism will work to show that. The big question here is, are you paying attention to the narrative you're building? Because believe it or not, the story you tell yourself today shapes the reality you'll live tomorrow. And this is not just a catchy phrase. Studies show that how you interpret your experiences can affect everything from your mood to your physical health. People who choose to focus on the positive are more resilient, have better relationships, and even live longer. And here's something that will shake you up. It's not just about thinking positive. Thinking positive without action is like trying to build a house without bricks. The real power lies in training your mind to find solutions and act. Because when you change what you seek, you change what you find. And when you find different things, your actions change too. It's a cycle. Maybe you're wondering, but what if my life is really full of problems? How can I change something so heavy? The answer lies in the small steps, because transformation happens in the details. It could be something as simple as asking yourself, what can I be grateful for today? Or what was the smallest victory I had in the last 24 hours? These questions may be small, but their impact is huge. Now here's a challenge. Take the most difficult moment you've faced recently. Maybe it was a loss, a disappointment, or a situation completely out of your control. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, is there something I can learn from this? Or did this open up a path I hadn't seen before? Maybe your answer won't come immediately, and that's fine. But the simple act of asking this question is what changes your perspective. Because that's when you take on the role of author of your own story. Of course, training your mind to see the positive side won't eliminate the challenges in your life. Problems will continue to exist. But what changes is how you face them. You stop seeing life as an enemy and begin to see it as an ally. You become the protagonist, not the victim. Think about some of the most inspiring people you know. Maybe they are leaders, artists, or even someone close to you that you admire. What do these people have in common? They also face difficulties, maybe even bigger than yours, but instead of letting negativity take over, they chose a different narrative. They saw their challenges as fuel for growth, and you can do this too. Your life is a mosaic, and each experience, good or bad, is a piece. You can choose how to fit them together. You can choose how to tell your story. So why not start now? Start by recognizing just one positive thing that happened today. It might be small, but it doesn't matter. That's the first step to rewrite your book. And remember, the power isn't just in changing your perspective, it's in changing the direction of your own story. Because life isn't something that happens to you, it's something that happens through you. So write something you'll be proud to read. Write something that inspires others. And above all, write something that shows how powerful you can be when you take control of what you believe. Thank you for watching until now. Now it's your turn to act. Leave a comment below telling me what the next chapter of your story will be. Don't forget to like the video, share it with anyone who needs to hear this message, and of course subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any content that can transform your life. Be sure to check out the other videos available here on the channel. Each one of them was made to help you create the best version of your story. I'll see you there.